Welcome to the Explainer. Okay, today we're tackling something that honestly feels a little bit like magic, but is completely accessible to you right now. We are going to explore exactly how you can turn your everyday computer into a brilliant, completely private AI assistant, and the absolute best part, we're keeping this strictly beginner-friendly. You do not need a computer science degree to run this software, I promise. We're going to demystify how you can take back control of your data and build a secure digital brain right on your own desktop.
So, ask yourself honestly for a second. Is your AI leaking your private data? You know, it's a question we almost always gloss over, but it's incredibly serious. Every single time you upload a sensitive financial spreadsheet, an internal HR policy, or, say, personal medical records to a public cloud AI tool, do you ever worry about where that data actually ends up? Because, well, you absolutely should. Think of using public cloud AI, like literally standing in a crowded town square and just shouting your company's sensitive secrets through a megaphone. The second the data leaves your computer, you completely lose control of it. Private local AI, on the other hand, is like a highly secure, offline reading room that only you have the key to. Your data stays with you, on your device, period. It's just a fundamental shift in how we interact with this technology.
All right, so here's our roadmap board today. First, we'll look at the privacy dilemma. 2, we'll meet AnythingLLM. 3, we'll break down how document chat actually works. 4, we'll compare desktop versus Docker setups. And 5, we'll dive into some real-world use cases. Let's jump right into part 1, the privacy dilemma and the risks of the cloud.
So look, sending internal documents to a third-party AI service means those files are getting processed way outside your secure infrastructure. And that opens up massive UK GDPR and compliance risks, creating a very real potential for corporate data leaks. But it also creates scattered institutional memory. Your best thinking, your unique protocols, they just get lost across different drives and third-party servers, which makes your whole workflow incredibly inefficient. Add in third-party telemetry that actually tracks your behavior, and yeah, it's basically a privacy nightmare.
Which brings us perfectly to part 2. Meet AnythingLLM, your private AI bridge.
The philosophy here is really simple, but it is so powerful. AnythingLLM is designed to be private by default. Literally everything is stored and run locally right on your machine. It acts as this secure bridge between your private files and modern, highly capable AI brains, making sure there is absolute zero risk of data leakage. It's a completely free, open-source application built by Mintplex Labs, and it's got over 53,000 GitHub stars. And for all the beginners watching, here is the absolute best part. It requires zero coding to set up. None at all.
100, as in 100% offline. When you're using local AI models with AnythingLLM, you can literally go pull the Ethernet cable out of the wall, turn off your Wi-Fi, and the whole thing still works flawlessly. You are not sending a single byte of data to a third-party provider. Total peace of mind.
Okay, moving on to part 3, how document chat works, and the magic of RAG.
RAG. It stands for Retrieval-Augmented Generation. I know, it sounds like some crazy, dense technical jargon, right? But actually, it simply means giving the AI an open book to read from instead of forcing it to guess or rely solely on its own memory. This is a massive breakthrough for beginners and pros alike, mainly because it dramatically reduces the chance that the AI is going to hallucinate or just make things up. It's getting its answers directly from the specific context you gave it.
And the process itself is incredibly beginner-friendly. Step 1, you just drag and drop your document. Step 2, AnythingLLM automatically processes it behind the scenes, instantly turning it into a searchable format. Step 3, you just ask your question, exactly like you would in any standard chatbot. And Step 4, you get a completely private answer, complete with direct citations pointing exactly to where it found that information in your file.
Now, to keep everything organized, the software uses what are called workspaces. Basically, think of workspaces as completely isolated rooms for your projects. This preserves your unique context. So you could have one isolated room just for your company's HR policies, and a completely separate, locked room for your private financial data. The AI is never going to mix those up, meaning you get laser-focused, accurate answers based only on the exact documents you specify.
All right, part 4, desktop versus Docker, choosing your setup. The easiest way to think of this choice is me versus we. If you are setting this up just for yourself, for me, you definitely want the desktop application. It's a seamless, single-user experience designed specifically for personal use. But if you're setting this up for an entire team or a company, for we, you're going to want the Docker installation, because that's built for servers and multi-user environments.
So the desktop version is literally a one-click install that actually comes with a built-in LLM engine. Absolute perfection for beginners.
You literally download it, open it, and just start chatting. The Docker version, on the other hand, does require some technical knowledge to get going. It supports multi-user roles like admin and manager, and it actually requires you to connect it to an external language model provider. Bottom line, if you want the easiest possible path to private AI, desktop is your clear winner.
Now, you might be thinking, wait, do I need some massive, super expensive supercomputer to run this? Not at all. AnythingLLM itself is incredibly lightweight. We're talking just 2 GB of RAM, a 2-core CPU, and 5 GB of storage. You can literally run this thing on a Raspberry Pi. The application manages all the complex workflows perfectly on very basic hardware. Now sure, if you want to run a really heavy localized AI model right alongside it, you'll need a bit more power, but AnythingLLM totally gives you the flexibility to start small.
Which brings us to part 5, real-world use cases. What can you actually do with this today?
Well, AnythingLLM can handle almost anything you throw at it. You can drop in standard PDFs and Word docs, you can upload Excel spreadsheets and CSV files, you can even paste a YouTube link in there to instantly extract the transcript, or use the built-in web scraper to read entire websites, or even upload audio files for automatic transcription. It basically centralizes all your chaotic, scattered data into one highly intelligent hub.
Just imagine for a second, asking your computer to read a 100-page PDF policy manual and having it instantly summarize conflicting internal directives in seconds. It's wild. You can upload entire HR handbooks so your employees can just ask questions instead of digging through endlessly nested folders. You can summarize incredibly dense financial PDFs. You can even use your clean internal documents to instantly draft standard emails and communications that actually match your exact company tone.
Now, there are 2 distinct ways to chat with your files in the app. Attaching is when you just drag a file into the chat window for a quick one-time conversation. The model sees the full text, sure, but it's only active for that specific thread. Embedding, on the other hand, is permanent. It breaks the document down, securely stores it in a local database, and makes that knowledge available for every single future chat in that workspace. So if you're looking to build a permanent knowledge base, embedding is exactly what you want to do.
At the end of the day, AnythingLLM gives you the tools you need without compromising on your privacy or your control. You get the incredible, genuinely world-changing power of modern AI, plus the ability to synthesize massive amounts of your own unstructured data. And you don't have to sacrifice your privacy, your regulatory compliance, or your peace of mind to get it. It fundamentally shifts all that power right back to you, the user. So, now that you know you can easily set up a completely private, localized AI assistant on your own computer with literally zero coding, what private documents are you going to chat with first? What chaotic desktop folders full of random PDFs are you finally going to organize and actually understand? The tools are out there, they're free, and they are incredibly powerful. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and happy learning.